1 in 3 adults, a significant portion of our population, regularly fails to get enough sleep. They are consistently falling short of the recommended hours needed for optimal health and well-being. It's a silent health crisis unfolding in our bedrooms, night after night, impacting lives in ways we often underestimate. Many survive on 6 hours or less, pushing their limits and compromising their health. Some are even wearing it as a badge of honor, a symbol of their dedication and hard work. This is especially true in our fast-paced world, where productivity is often valued above all else. But sacrificing sleep isn't harmless. It's not a trivial matter. It's a public health issue, a growing concern that demands our attention. It comes with consequences far beyond just feeling tired or groggy in the morning. Running on 6 hours is like driving a car on low oil, constantly putting strain on the engine. Damage builds up slowly but surely, impacting performance and longevity. This damage occurs even if you don't see it right away, even if you feel like you're functioning okay. Your body and brain need a full night's rest, ideally 7 to 9 hours, for essential maintenance, repair, and rejuvenation. Cutting sleep short accumulates a sleep debt that grows larger with each passing night. Eventually, your health will eventually pay the price, and the consequences can be significant. The promise of extra hours for productivity, to get ahead and accomplish more, or leisure is tempting, offering a chance to unwind and enjoy ourselves. However, the quality of those hours is often diminished, as fatigue impairs our cognitive function and decision-making abilities. We diligently track our calories and steps, monitoring our physical activity, but often ignore sleep, neglecting this fundamental aspect of our well-being. Sleep is the very foundation of health, the bedrock upon which our physical and mental well-being is built. The real question isn't, can I get by on 6 hours? Or can I function on minimal sleep? But what's the true cost? What are the long-term consequences of chronic sleep deprivation? It's time to wake up to the importance of sleep and prioritize it as a vital component of a healthy lifestyle. Many believe 6 hours is enough, a sufficient amount of sleep to function optimally. This belief is often inspired by stories of high achievers, those individuals who seem to defy the need for extensive rest. They claim to thrive on little sleep, boasting about their productivity and success on just a few hours of shut-eye. But the reality is that most people who sleep only 6 hours consistently are unknowingly operating at a deficit, accumulating a sleep debt that impacts their cognitive abilities. The brain is remarkably bad at detecting its own impairment from sleep loss, often masking the true extent of the damage. You might feel fine, convincing yourself that you're functioning at your best, but reaction times slow imperceptibly, mood worsens gradually, and focus slips without you even realizing it. Subtle struggles, afternoon slumps that hit like a wall, caffeine reliance to stay awake, mental fog that clouds your thinking, become the new normal, an accepted part of your daily routine. This is self-deception. You adapt to feeling tired all the time, gradually forgetting what true restorative rest actually feels like. For a rare few, 6 hours might suffice due to genetics, a biological predisposition to require less sleep. But for almost everyone else, the vast majority of the population, it's simply not enough to maintain optimal health and performance. The myth that we can cheat sleep, that we can somehow outsmart our biological needs, is incredibly damaging. Impaired cognition, emotional instability that leads to outbursts, and poor health outcomes aren't weaknesses or personal failings. They're predictable results of chronic sleep deprivation, consequences that are almost guaranteed. It's not about willpower. It's not about pushing yourself harder. It's about biology, about understanding and respecting your body's fundamental need for adequate sleep. 8 hours of sleep isn't just rest. It's a fundamental pillar of health, often overlooked in our busy lives. It's an active process, a dynamic period of intense biological activity, where your body and brain repair and recharge, undergoing essential maintenance to keep you functioning at your best. Deep sleep stages handle physical repairs and immune support, fortifying your body's defenses and rebuilding tissues. REM sleep, mostly in the final hours, as you approach wakefulness, is crucial for memory, consolidating information and experiences, problem-solving and emotional regulation, allowing you to process complex issues and manage your feelings effectively. Cutting sleep from 8 to 6 hours, a seemingly small reduction, disproportionately sacrifices this vital REM sleep, depriving your brain of its essential restorative processes. After 6 hours, the consequences become increasingly apparent. Cognitive performance can drop to the level of someone who's been awake for 2 days, severely impacting your ability to function. Focus becomes a struggle. Learning new information becomes harder to absorb, and decision-making suffer. Your judgment becomes clouded. Mood becomes unstable, leading to increased irritability and emotional reactivity. Chronic 6-hour sleep is linked to obesity, increasing your risk of weight gain, diabetes, impairing your body's ability to regulate blood sugar and heart disease, placing undue stress on your cardiovascular system. Sleep loss disrupts appetite hormones, throwing your hunger and satiety signals out of sync, increases cravings, particularly for unhealthy, high-calorie foods, and impairs blood sugar control, making it harder to maintain healthy glucose levels. 8 hours keeps these systems balanced, ensuring optimal function, supporting a healthy mind and body, allowing you to thrive both physically and mentally. The difference is dramatic, a stark contrast in overall well-being. Like a foggy morning versus a clear day, the difference between feeling sluggish and vibrant. Sleep is powerful preventative medicine, a cornerstone of long-term health. Don't underestimate its impact. Prioritize sleep, and you'll reap the rewards in every aspect of your life. A landmark study split adults into 2 groups. One slept 6 hours, the other 8 for 2 weeks. The 6-hour group's cognitive performance plummeted, matching someone awake for 24 to 48 hours. They made more errors and had attention lapses, yet reported feeling only slightly sleepy. Their self-perception was disconnected from reality. They didn't realize how impaired they were. The study proved the brain doesn't adapt to less sleep, it just functions worse. Imagine a surgeon or driver operating at this level of impairment. The 8-hour group stayed sharp and effective simply by meeting their biological need. The evidence is clear. 8 hours maintains optimal brain function. 6 hours leads to breakdown. Our brains keep count even when we don't. The difference between 6 and 8 hours of sleep is the difference between surviving and thriving. 6 hours leaves you foggy, irritable, and vulnerable to illness, a recipe for burnout. 8 hours is transformative, fueling mental clarity, emotional stability, and physical health. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable necessity. Prioritizing sleep is one of the best investments in your health. The benefits, better memory, mood, and disease resistance, are profound. It's time to treat sleep as essential, like diet and exercise. Reflect on your habits. Are you truly rested or just getting by? Let's challenge the 6-hour myth and embrace the power of a good night's rest.